Working hard to help my clients reach their goals. Already starting off for the new year. Sign up at tmnutrition.net. 2016 is upon us, guys. Happy New Year's. Wishing you guys and your families and friends a great year. Every year there's a chance to get better. Every day there's a chance to get better, and you kind of got to set up yourself to be successful in that endeavor. You lay down the foundation of goals, and a lot of people can do that, but a lot of people can't reach them. What kind of creates that gap of putting your goals down and then being able to reach them? A few things that come to mind for me is setting realistic goals, something that you can actually obtain, not something that's just so far-fetched. Maybe a good goal, but it may not be for this year, it may be for years down the road. It's good to set long-term goals, and then it's good to set mini goals to get you to that point. I think goals are like a map. You have a big map and you want to get from destination A to B. B is the big long-term goal. A is where you are now. So you got to set a bunch of little mini goals, which would be the roads leading to your destination in order to get there. So what you want to do is you want to be able to find ways to cross these goals off, and you want to find ways to make them attainable. So kind of doing a little bit of self-reflection and figuring out what you're capable of doing in the year, and then setting the plan in place to go and do it. For me, I do a lot of lists. I write down what I'm going to do day in and day out, and I kind of give it time frames, and then I get it done. Not only is that an easy way to create success in your life by making lists and then marking off what you've done, that gives you a sense of accomplishment, so you're building instead of continuously looking at goals that you haven't obtained yet and figuring out why you haven't done it and frustrated. You can do day-to-day goals, that way you can cross them off as the days go on, which will lead to bigger goals. By the end of the week, by the end of the month, by the end of the year, you'll be able to achieve everything that you're looking to do. Next step is being patient. You can't just think that you're going to start doing stuff right away after so many years of bad habits or so many years of not putting in the work. You got to put in the work. You got to be patient. You got to understand that you're not going to be an overnight success. I feel there's very few overnight success. You look at most people that are quote unquote overnight success, you're going to see a lot of people that put in 10, 12, 15 years worth of work, and then all of a sudden they just blew up. But the work was there. They were patient. There's going to be a lot of times where you're not going to be able to have the audience that you want to have, but you still got to put in the work. You still got to create the content. You still got to do everything you need to do. There'll be weeks, there'll be months where you're not hitting PRs in the gym, or your scale's not changing, but you're putting in the work, you're being patient, you're doing what you have to do to get there. And by the end of the time, if you're doing it smart and intelligently, you'll have reached your goals. So that's a huge one, is to be patient and enjoy the process, and know that what you're doing is going to work as long as you've put the right stuff in place to get it done. Another really good thing to do as far as reaching your goals is you have to distance yourself from certain people in your life, certain negativity. You may not realize it yet, but as you continue on your path of personal growth and continue on your path of achievements, you're going to realize there's a lot of people in your life that aren't really there for the right reasons. You have givers and you have takers, and unfortunately there's a lot of takers out there. So you have to surround yourself with a lot of people that are looking for you to get better, are going to push you to get better, aren't going to let you slide by, are going to make you work hard, and are going to enjoy helping you get there. That's the biggest thing, is surround yourself with good people, positive people, people that are looking to do better. If you have a bunch of motivated people that are around you, then you're going to have to be motivated, or you're just going to feel out of place. So take the time to kind of evaluate your friends, evaluate your circle, and pick the ones that are there for you, that have been there for you, and that want to see you grow. Try not to pick the ones that are very superficial, that are very taken, and that's gonna take a lot of looking inside yourself and figuring out what you want and who's there to actually help you get there. Because it's a hard journey, and you can do it on your own, but it's a lot easier when you surround yourself with very great and talented people. And then I would say probably one of the biggest things that I've learned over the years is to try to grow intelligently, try to grow from the inside, learn to be happy with yourself and just not care about what other people think. Because if you're constantly caring what other people think, then you're always going to question what you do, and you're always not going to think that you're good enough or that it's going to be good enough. You know, there's a lot of times where I've done these videos and stuff, and I think to myself sometimes, like, why do this stuff if, I'm not really saying anything new, I'm not really doing anything groundbreaking, but I do this stuff just to kind of help out as many people as I can. And to be quite honest with you, like, I've given up caring what other people think about me a long time ago, because it just hinders your life. Do what you want to do, and who cares if there's people behind you smirking or laughing. They'll be there while you're being successful and while you're achieving the things you want to achieve. They're still going to be in the background, and they're not going to be doing the same things you're doing, because you've pretty much eliminated that from your life, and you just moved on and just really not give a fuck what people think. And once you do that, you're going to feel a lot freer, you're going to be a lot more creative, and you're just going to do what you like to do and have fun doing it. So just a few things to think about, guys, for this New Year's. I wish everyone a great and very successful New Year, and I have a bunch of goals set for myself and set for my business and set for my life outside of lifting. But just to talk about my lifting goals right now, 2016 should be a good year for me. I feel really good going into it. I want to be able to total 1900 raw with sleeves at 220. Looking for a 705 squat, 501 bench, and a 705 deadlift. I feel like I'm capable of doing that by the end of the year if I just plan everything accordingly and just do small chunks at a time. So just make sure you guys talk about your goals, write them down, let people know in your life that you believe in, that support you, and let them hold you accountable for it, because it is a hard journey, and you do it with friends, you do it with a good team, you're going to be super successful, guys. So here's to a good 2016, and